Hello lovely friends, thank you so much for being here today for this flip cup acrylic pour painting with spray painted planets and a star. Now then, there's a wonderful lady called Kim from Art Creations by Kim, and she has got a wonderful Facebook group and she's brought all these artists together, and there's a wonderful collab going on. Robbie the painter chose the colour palette this month of purple and black, and I thought, oh, what can I do? It's my first time joining this collab and I hope I've got everybody's names there. I'm going to tag everybody in the description. I've seen some wonderful paintings come up already on YouTube. Kim has got a Facebook group and she's very active on Facebook, and she started this wonderful thing, so thank you so much for including me. And she hasn't got a YouTube channel as yet, but we can all tag her in as her YouTube name. So I hope you enjoy what you see today. I'm just mixing up the paints. Just wanted to show you how I mix my paints up briefly. I've got a really simple colour palette today, and I think the idea was that the predominant colour was purple. So I'm going to pour my black base, but before I do that I'm just going to cordon off, tape off half the canvas, because I'm looking to do a bit of a space landscape today, and I just wanted to get that sort of line with horizon. I had an art lesson or two with Cos Creations, the lovely Kathleen, and so this is inspired a little bit from how she does her landscapes and the lesson that I had with her with some of my lovely friends. So first of all, I'm just going to pour on the black base and just put enough on. The consistency is a little bit like I would actually for a Dutch pour. So I'm putting down a nice layer of black paint, which is mixed up with some of my usual pours, which is Liquitex gloss pouring medium and my Owatrol, which both can be found in Europe. The alternative to Owatrol is the American Floetrol that you get, and you can get that worldwide. So just getting rid of a couple of bits of my paint here. Somehow I've got a couple of little blobs, so we don't want that in the painting, and you can always take it off. So I'm just using my blower now just to get rid of all the air bubbles, and I'm just tilting the black paint really nice and slowly so it covers that whole base. I'm going to be using my fingers in a minute just to tease the paint over the edge of the canvas. So curious to see what the other artists have done for May. I've seen some of them so far and they're so inspiring, so wonderful. So please do go back and check their channels out. I'll have the details in the description below. So just now tilting to the other edge of the canvas. Just want to get just enough paint on there, because the pillow paint here just acts as a bit of a pillow, as it suggests, or a base, so that the colours from the flip cup can glide across that black. I'm really curious to see how the purple comes out today, because I want it to be my dominant colour, and it'll be interesting to see how lost it gets in the other colours, so we'll see. I've got a bit of a plan for that though. So now just finishing off that top part of the canvas, and I'm just going to be teasing it down with my fingers, getting some of the black drips. And then I'm going to start pouring my paints, starting with the purple, because I'd like that to be at the bottom. And I'm going to add a bit more in the layering of the paints. So I'm just literally getting rid of some of the bubbles with my trusty cocktail stick. You can see there's a bit of a gap at the top of the painting there. And it's okay, because the flip cup will cover that, and I'll tease it down towards the end. So just taking all of my stirrers out. I'm just really loving that gold today, that iridescent Pebeo. It's one of my favourite colours. and the sky blue by Amsterdam. I've got a pour coming up, a landscape pour with that sky blue. I can't wait to do that. That's one of my next projects, but I keep saying that, so I need to bring that up next. Okay, so we've got the purple going in first, which is a mixture of ultramarine blue and a little bit of Arteza, just to get the purple that you fancy. Then the iridescent gold, sky blue, and the iridescent copper. So we've got 2 metallics in today, and unfortunately I didn't record that flip cup, but I have recorded the next one, which you'll see in a minute. So I'm just now taking off that tape in the middle, and can you see the cells popping up already? It's giving that sort of feel of a night sky. And it was at this point that I thought, oh, I could do some spray painting at the end to bring out the purple even more. So you can see at this point there's quite a nice bit of purple. So now I'm just covering the bottom of the canvas with the rest of the black base. And I find this part of it so therapeutic. It's really like art therapy, just watching the paint drop onto the canvas. It really does feel so relaxing. And when you're at the end of your pot of paint, it's easy to hurry it, and it's almost an excuse for me to slow down a bit, because I do tend to get excited when I'm painting and want to rush it a little bit. I don't know how you feel when you paint. It's an exciting process, isn't it? As well as relaxing. So now I've got the base down. I'm just going to add a little bit more just to fill in the gaps. And then I've got my flip cup. This is really exciting. Now, when I first did flip cups on the session with Kathleen from Cos Creations, I only had plastic cups at the time, and so piercing them was really difficult. Now I've got paper cups. It's so easy just to pierce it at the top and have that lovely bit of air come in, and there's a totally different result, because with a plastic cup, the best will in the world, you can't help but sort of crinkle up the cup. So I'm just being really careful here now, just to get the black really gently towards the other line, because I'm wanting to form a bit of horizon. So I'm gently just using my finger just to spread the paint at that point where it meets the flip cup that I've already done at the top. And then when I do the flip cup in a moment, some of that paint will then push it gently towards the skyline. So I'm just really softly allowing the paint to drip down the canvas and spread nicely, using my finger to tease down the paint. And at the same time, I've noticed at the top, which you may have noticed a moment ago, there's a bit of a gap, and I'm going all the way around the canvas at this point, just filling in and teasing that black pillow down. Such a tactile way of painting fluid art. Just love acrylic pouring. There's something about the whole act of the fluidity of the paint pouring onto canvas, or not just canvas, wood, metal, so many different things. That's very, very therapeutic. So now I've got my flip cup already mixed, similar to last time. Tack goes in, and we're ready to pull it down very, very gently. Can you see some little cells popping up already? Oh, this was beautiful. The colours that mixed together, it was very obvious to me that this was going to be a spray painted planet base. I could have left it as it was, and I did actually like it as it was, but I could just see where the planets might be. So just thinking about the cells now, I'm stretching it across the canvas and I'm just beginning to get a sense of where the planets might be and how it might just form as a night sky. And when you're going through your painting and you're forming something, sometimes it's just nice just to tilt and just see what you feel and see what patterns formed, see how the cells come out, see almost what rhythm the paint has and go with that flow. And other times it's nice to think, oh, I could perhaps embellish this at the end. Sometimes you may just finish a painting and then decide to embellish it or to leave it. There's so much choice. That's another wonderful thing that I love about fluid art. So I'm just going to leave you for a moment now, enjoy the music and the process, and I'll come back shortly to show you how I spray painted the planets and the star. Just before I spray painted, I came back the next day and I wanted to add a bit more of the purple on the horizon line. So just enjoy this for a moment as I add, it's the same paint that I used in the pour, a bit more purple.
Tongue-tied, paralyzed, words stuck in your throat. Green light, stage fright, body won't let you go. Oh, 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 can't shout, strike out, just wanna be heard. They don't ask, speak fast, and you wish they'd listen first. Oh, 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 and I already know. Oh, 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 'cause you could say it all, you could say it all in the sand. You could say it all, you could say it when you can't speak. You could say it all, even if you don't realize it. You could say it all, you could say it all to me, and I already know. Oh, oh, and I won't let you go. Oh, when the words won't obey you, they won't come out. When your fingers are shaking, you can't spell it out.
So I left my painting to dry, and I could see the purple had come through, but some of the purple was lost in the black. So I got my spray paints out, and I've got a beautiful violet purple that I'm using today, and my white. Now this is part of my shower. It was a part of the tile that wasn't used on the inside of my new shower. I had a leaky shower about 18 months ago, and it was just done. And I'm using a lot of my bathroom in my pours. They make great, this particular tile makes a great base to put your painting on while you're painting, or to use as a small table. So I'm just shaking up my white spray paint. It's a Pebeo paint, and I found to begin with it wasn't working, and I was thinking, oh, maybe it's come to the end, because I used quite a lot of it on my last two spray painted planets. So I decided to take the top off because it really wasn't working. I got a tack, and I literally just picked out some of the paint that had dried inside the nozzle. Often that's the case. A lot of people just tend to put their spray paint down and use a new one, especially if it feels like it might be empty and it's coming towards the end, but you can get it to last a bit longer if you just clear out the nozzle. So I popped that back on. I wasn't quite sure if it would work, but it was fine. So I've got my stencil for the star. That's all taped down with duct tape. I'm going quite close to the stencil and using my hand as a bit of a guard. And there we have it. There's the star. I'll be painting that in very slightly later on, just to enhance it. So I've got a beautiful little star there. And now on for the planet. Now I'm just going to show you how I was too close to the planet the first time. It's easy to leave out some of the mistakes sometimes, or some of the parts of the painting that doesn't feel, like what you want as a result. But I do like quite leaving in these sorts of things, because I was far too close there for the result that I wanted. So I literally got a paper towel, dampened it, and then I just placed that on top of the planet and just soaked it up a bit, and I used another dry bit to soak up the rest of the colour. You can just see there, it's soaking it up nicely. Just press it down really gently with your fingers all the way around, and then peel it off. And then I can redo that bit. I could wipe it off a bit, but actually it was fine. So can you see the angle is very different that time? It's much more aiming at behind the planet rather than planet itself. I think that's a tip that I wish I'd known at the beginning. And now I'm going to do the other side of the planet. So I'd like that to be the light side. You can see I got a bit on the painting at the top there, the spray from the white, and I'm going to use that later on as stars. And that was a tiny bit of black just to add to the shading, so you've got that nice contrast of dark and light, which you tend to get in the planets. And it's okay if you get a bit on the rest of the canvas. You can either wipe it off with a damp kitchen towel or paper towel, or you can spray over it. So now I'm going to be layering the spray paint to get the desired result. So I'll just leave you for a little while and I'll come back just after the second planet has been spray painted.
You could say it all, you could say it all in the silence. You could say it all, you could say it all. Oh, you could say it all, you could say it all in the silence. You could say it all, you could say it when you can't speak. You could say it all, even if you don't realize it. You could say it all, you could say it all to me, and I already know. I won't let you go. And I already know. I won't let you go. Just checking in, see how your world's spinning. I've learned to call it quits. My blood speaks no matter what, no matter what. Take back what I said. May have been a bit too harsh. Back and forth I go. Vicious cycle of regret. Or did I mean to say that? I've been talking to myself for weeks. Even offered to pay for my therapy, and it's felt like a two-way tie, trying to win, but I'd rather draw the line. You tried to call a lie. I saw her say I'm busy when I'm really not. I set a reminder too, but things just happen, and it sounds like a good excuse. I've been talking to myself for weeks.
So my painting is almost done. I'm just literally going to highlight the star. When you're spray painting and layering, sometimes the detail can get a bit lost, but also I put the star at the beginning so it was faint around the outside, and then I could literally just add the detail to make it really bright right in the centre. So I'm making it a 8-pointed star, but with the 4 points really standing out. So I hope you've enjoyed this painting today. I've really enjoyed the whole process. It's been so lovely being part of a collab where you have a theme and some colours, and then you can tag in all the artists that you know that are taking place in it. So I hope I've included everybody. Thank you so much to Kim for putting this out for us, really, to all be included. She's a wonderful friend and artist, and all of the painters and creatives on this collab are just wonderful people. Go and check out their channels. So unfortunately I didn't record a second planet, but I used the similar way of doing it. I just used more white because I wanted it to be a brighter contrast to the purple. I wanted a white and a purple planet, if you like. So here's the result, and I really hope you've enjoyed it. Please let me know in the comments below, and please do subscribe if you haven't already, and to my fellow artists and friends too. I hope you're having a lovely day, whatever you're doing. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.
What if I blew it?